analysis. So let's see what we have in the market. All right, you are all welcome. Live daily market analysis. This is the English version. So we are on the day chart of gold. Right now, you guys have the right to request any asset of choice you want us to analyze. All right, so drop your preferred asset through the comment section. Let's analyze them together. Let's analyze them. So I will share this live stream. All right, so I'll give you guys some few seconds. All right, okay, so this is the chart of gold. This is the daily chart, and the daily chart, and the daily chart. So let's see if we are live on TikTok. All right, we are about to go live on TikTok now. Okay, let's go live. All right, we are live on TikTok and we are live now on YouTube. This is the English edition. So if you are unable to view the Yorùbá version, this is another opportunity to view the English edition. Okay, yes, this is the English edition. Now guys, comment any asset of choice. We are live on TikTok and we are live now. Yes, we are live on TikTok. So it's time we share this live stream link. We share this in our Telegram channel and WhatsApp channel so that traders can know we are live. Okay, so submit assets you want us to analyze. Start submitting. Let's analyze them together. Let's analyze them together. Okay, let's analyze them together. So we've sent the link in our community. Okay, sent it. Okay, so start dropping your asset of choice. This is the English version for English traders. Yes, drop your list. This is the English version. Drop your list. Okay, this is the English version. Drop your list. Okay, now we've sent the links on our Telegram. So let's move on. Let's start with the analysis. So the first asset we have on YouTube is on BTC. Okay, so traders want us to check out BTC. All right, BTC. Okay, we check out BTC. We have BTC. we have BTC. Now let's check out BTC. We start from the weekly chart. This is the weekly chart of BTC. So based on what we have on the weekly chart, we can see price has been in a bearish swing. We can see series of levels right from our swing internal market structure shift here. Price push all the way down. We broke another swings here. Price push more downward. We broke another swings here. Price push more downward. So technically we are seeing a bearish market structure, which is obvious. This is obvious. We don't need any indicator to tell us where the market is pointing to. We don't need any indicator to point this out. We can do this manually ourselves, right? And here comes the resistance where we got our sweep of liquidity. You can see that sweep of liquidity. Price swept that high and we had an internal market structural shift. We broke another structure which we can tag like a change of character, and then we broke another low. So BTC is down, bearish. Okay, now let's check the day chart. On the day chart we have sideways market structure. On the day chart we have sideways market structure. It's difficult to know where the market is planning to go. All right, now let's check the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart we can see a bearish FVG at the top, and price is gradually approaching that level. But a bearish FVG doesn't mean we have to short, or we have to sell rather. Doesn't mean we have to short. That is what we have on the 4-hour chart. We just have to take note of that level, but it doesn't guarantee we need to look out for trade at that level. Just take note of that level. Be mindful of that level. Okay, now there was a series of longs set up there were being created yesterday based on the structural formations we had at these structures, this low yesterday. Internal market structure shifts, structural liquidity, break of structure, and the revalidation. This was the entry. Okay, that was last week. That was last week. So right now let's see what price has to do at this level. Now let's study everything from this left side before we discuss the right hand side here. From the left hand side we kept on having higher lows to this sweep of liquidity. If you remember, we took this trade last month and you guys saw I made almost closing to 350% on this short setup. On this short setup, you guys remembered how the trade I took went almost to 260. I mean 360 or thereabout, 360 thereabout, 360 thereabout. Yes, yeah. So that is what we have right here on the BTC. So now price is approaching that technical level again. So we need to patiently wait to see what price has to offer. Price is going to take out this high, then tap into this zone. Now we have to pay attention to what price has to offer at these FVG zones. But the FVG doesn't mean we have to take a trade. And then let's go to the 1-hour chart to see for day trader setup. Day trader setup, I can see some opportunity to long right here. We took it out. After taking it out, we took some ice out here. After taking the ice out, we went above again to have another break of structure. After this break of structure, now what are we expecting? Let's go to the 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, we are expecting price to crash all the way down, right from this low to this level. Can we see price coming deeper into the zones of the 68,274? 68,274. These are point of interest. This blue, sky blue zone, you can see that. So these are point of interest for those who want to day trade BTC. So if price can crash all the way down to this structure here, I mean a crash this way, we might see a rejection to maybe tapped into our FVG, or so that is that. Alternatively, if you use your Fibo from the level here all the way up, then you look out for your possible entries at 78.6, and then again you can see there's a possibility there is in fact an FVG which lies at this zone here. So whatever you want to do there, you have to carefully study what price has to offer. So in summary, we have a lot of demands at the price of the 68,900 and the 68,000. Yes, we have some demand at that zone. So let's see. That is what we have on BTC. That is what we have on BTC. So the next asset to be analyzed, please, let's share that. Next asset to be analyzed. Next currency pair. Let's check next asset. Let's quickly check another one. Let's check. I want us to check like other major coin, crypto or altcoins. Okay, let's check Ethereum. Let's start from the weekly chart. Ethereum also has some trade opportunity. So we have Euro JPY from YouTube. Okay, let's quickly check out Ethereum. So we have our levels marked on the Ethereum. In fact, let's start these levels again afresh. Now, from the weekly chart, the first thing we want to do is look out for the peak of the market. The peak of the market is right here. That is the peak. Good. Now we look out for another zones. We have a zone here. Key levels taken out. You can see how that level was taken out. Break and retest. Let's go on. We have another break of structure here. We broke out this level, so this level now is relevant, right? And we have some levels here. Price took out some levels out here, so we can mark that level. Alternatively, you can just come and tag these level zones. I think these zones is much better. You can just tag this level here. I like this level here. Yeah, you can see how price swept this low. There wasn't a touch here. It swept here. So now we know this is strong demand. Now let's see what price is giving at this medium. What is price giving at this medium? Yeah. Now someone said, is it possible that between bearish FVG before coming to demand zone? Let's go to the day chart. On the day chart, here's what we have on the day chart. Price is bearish on the day chart. I told you guys you don't need indicator to tell you all these things. Just clean your charts, study your charts bar by bar. You understand what the market is saying. All right. Yes, you understand what the market is saying. So please, if you are watching from TikTok, please double tap, share live stream, or share this live stream. So on the day chart, this is what we have on the day chart. We can hardly see where the trend is going on the day chart. Can hardly see where the price is going on the day chart. So now on the 4-hour chart, this is what we have on the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, we had some setups right here which is now outdated. You can see this level went all the way up, took out this level, then price came back, gave us a structural zone, and then price went all the way up, gave us a break of this structure, price came all the way down, but price didn't tap much into this level. So using our discount tool, can see it's far away, so we wouldn't have taken this trade because we expected this trade to dip down a little bit, deep down into this zone before we look out for mark up to the upside. So the reason why, but however, it is possible for price to still come back to these zones before we do a mark up. So yeah, also take note of the level present at the zones on the 4-hour chart. You can see this structural level right here. Price is already pushing to that level, so we have to carefully study what price has to offer. So if you have an entry model like something going up like this, like this, all right, so you could use that as your entry model to chart to the downside. That is on the Ethereum paired against USD. Yes, so that is it. Now someone said, is it possible that BTC will reach bearish FVG first before coming to demand zone? Our obligation is not to decide or predict the market, but to act accordingly to what the market is showing us. All right, so if the market get to the FVG, if you are seeing patterns showing us that it wants to go down, we move down with it. If it's not giving us a pattern that wants to go down, then we keep following it to the top. So that is what we have on the Ethereum. Now let's check the other one, which is Solana. Let's start from the weekly chart. Solana. So we are going to mark our levels afresh on Solana. Now on Solana, we clear out all these levels and we start afresh. So we look out for the peak in this market. This is the peak in this market. You can see the first thing, I create boundaries on the chart. Peak, that is the peak. And we have another swing low taken out. You can see that. And we have another level here. Should we mark this level here? Okay, let's mark it. It acted. It proved to be a significant level. But let's just mark this eye here. Let's mark this eye here and use our trend line to just mark this sweep right here. Okay, so now let's go to the day chart. On the day chart, we move to the day chart. The day chart, here's the day chart. Yeah, this is the day chart. Now you can see on the day chart, price is strongly bearish. Now we move to the 4-hour chart. Let's move to the 4-hour chart to study market structures. So we move to the 4-hour chart. On the 4-hour chart, based on what we haven't seen any divine market structure on the 4-hour chart. Price is just moving all the way down. But let's take note of these swings eyes we have right here. And the level was being swept. This level swept here. We broke a level here, and we had this as a potential structural liquidity zone. So we have that zone, structural liquidity here. So let's see if price can tap in, take out this level before moving all the way down. So that is what we have on the Solana. Right? So let me know your views, guys, in the comment section. Do you think that is going to work? So let me know in the comment section. So Solana, we are still expecting price to push to the upside. Yes. So let's see what price has to offer on Solana, right? As well, let's check out other assets. Although we have some FVG here, I told you FVG doesn't mean you have to start looking out for trade. It means just study what price has to do there. Okay, right. Now let's check out another. Let's check out gold. Price is reacting to this break of the 4,827. Let's check the 1 hour 15-minute chart. Well, I can't see my entry model here, so let's wait to see what price has to do. Take out this low, come back and see how it reacts to this level. Maybe we're gonna distribute to the downside. That is on the gold. All right, so guys, that is what we have. That was an entry model here. For those who know it, re-engineered liquidity. For those who know it, can see that the entry right here. So that is what we have on the gold. So the next on the list, we have Euro JPY. Let's check out Euro JPY. Euro JPY from the weekly chart. Euro JPY from the weekly chart, we can see price is strongly bullish. On the day chart, we can see we are expecting price to come all the way up. I gave this analysis yesterday. Let's check the 4-hour chart. The 4-hour chart, nothing there. 1 hour chart, nothing yet. 15-minute chart, some are seeing this candlestick here. Well, if you want to use this as a short setup, well, I'm not disputing that fact, but this is not the type of short I would like to trade, right? Because based on what I'm seeing on this 15-minute chart, I'm seeing market structure to the upside. So market structure to the upside. So if you want to take this based on this level here, and then you want, once this level is taken out, then you want a retracement here to short, well, good luck. I'm not interested in that. What I'm interested in, I told you guys yesterday, I want price to move all the way up to 186.360. Yes, so that is it. So guys, drop any asset you want us to analyze together. Let's do that together in this live stream. Now let's check out AUD New Zealand. AUD New Zealand, it's going down, down, down. Yes, we already analyzed this, and we were just waiting for retracement because we don't want to get in at a far too lower structure. This is the weekly chart. This is the day chart. You can see we don't want to get in here, because if we were to get in right here, place our stop loss above, this is almost damn 85 good pips. That is too far. 85 pips to this structure here, that is too risk to reward ratio. No. The risk to reward ratio is not encouraging. The reason why we said, okay, let's see if price can give us a retracement into this level, they'll be able to have 4 risk to reward ratio. Unfortunately, price didn't give us a retracement. So the reason we haven't been on AUD New Zealand. On 1 hour chart, price is still struggling to break this low here. If price can take it out, then let's see if you can see a retracement back to the top. And at this level here, we have some structures, and right here we have our first internal market structure shift. So applying our Fibo 2 from this high So we are expecting price to come maybe into these zones before we look out for possible chart, right? So let's keep waiting. That is a AUD New Zealand. So do we have any other assets? Any other assets you want us to check out? Please, let's check out GU. GU has broken out of the levels we have on our list. You can see that from the 4-hour chart, we took out this level. You can see that since we have taken out this level, we can see now price is showing us bullish trend, so we can't jump in here. The best way to approach this market is wait to see how price react to these highs. If we can see an entry model, possible long at this level. So let's see if something like that can occur. So let's patiently wait. Trading is about waiting. So we have our demands around these zones. Can see that? So that is on GU. That is on GU. GU. Let's check EU. EU has taken out this level. Let's go to 15-minute chart. 15-minute chart. So you're having this. So those who want to look out for shorts should start monitoring this, but we haven't seen any entry model. Let's check Euro GBP. We expect it to push all the way down. I told you how we are going to approach this asset. If you had forgotten, let's refresh that. Let's refresh that. Now, from the weekly chart, we have a level here yet to be taken out, so it's a major level. We have that, and we have some minor levels here. Minor levels. We move to the day chart. On the day chart, you can see what we have. On the day chart, you can see what we have. So on the day chart, we took out some levels here. Can see the level? We broke this level here. On the 4-hour chart, you can see that. So this is an internal break of structure. And right here is our internal market structure shift. And at this bottom, we have a sweep, slight sweep of liquidity. So this right here will be our structural liquidity. So let's see how price is going to react. When price crash all the way to this zone, we want something like this, mark up. Let's see that. That is Euro GBP. So guys, let me know what you think about this, or views on this currency pairs. Guys, share your views on this currency pair. Share your views on this currency pair. Internal market structure shift, internal break of structure, structural liquidity, liquidity sweep, and we have some pushback from that level. We have some massive flow here. In fact, market didn't tap into that level before it reverses. Yes. If you are watching from TikTok, please double tap. So that is what we have on Euro GBP. So AU, let's check AU. AU as well as surprised us. Some levels have been taken out. Some levels have been taken out. You can see those levels. We have a level taken out here. Yeah. So from this swing low to our swing high here, we want price to come into these demand zones right here. You can see that. So we are patiently waiting for price to push here. Maybe we can have a mark to the upside. So that is what we are patiently waiting for. Yes. So please double tap on your screen. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. Let's check New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD. New Zealand USD. We can see we have broken structures. We have broken structures. So we took out these structures here. You can see how we took out that structure. After we took out that structure, it went all the way up. Yes, there was some internal structures here as well. We took them out. Yes. So from here, we have to sweep here. We can tag this as a sweep here. This is our sweep. We tag this as our internal market structure shift. So we are expecting price from this level. Want to see how price will react when it pushed down into this level, maybe to do a markup for us as our first structural liquidity zone. So that is what we have on the New Zealand paired against USD. So guys, I have marked out some series of possible entry zones for you guys, so it's left for you guys. And as well, let's zoom out on this chart. Zooming out on this chart, marking to the from the low high swings here all the way back, you can see we have a descending trend line all the way front. We can see price is currently reacting to this trend line here. We got its first bearish rejection, but price is still trying to break out of this trend line. So let's go to 15-minute chart. On the 15-minute chart, you can see what we have. So we are still having what? Higher lows. Higher lows. Let's make this to be on the 15-minute chart so that our chart won't be too dirty. Higher lows. Break of structure. Higher lows. Are we going to break this structure or sweep it? Sweep it in such a way like this, then crash all the way down, push back, then all the way down. So let's see if that is possible. Let's see. So for our chart, this is what we have. So let's see. That is what we have on the New Zealand paired against USD. Now we move on to USD card. USD card from the weekly chart. Here comes our weekly chart. We can clear this out and refresh all our markings on the weekly chart. So we start the key levels afresh. Now on the weekly chart, we have some levels here which held price. So it's a major support level. And we have another structures here. So we necessarily don't need to mark this, but if you wish, you can mark it. If you wish, you can mark it. Because price is here to get to that zone. So now we have some internal levels we can mark out, such as this is an internal level. So we mark it out, and we have some internal levels right here. Price broke this level, we mark it out. Now we are done with the weekly key levels. We move to the day chart and fine tune all this level. So we have some levels right here. So that is a day chart. You can see our day chart is so clean. The chart is so clean. No, last week I told you, I said there was some bearish prayer here, but what we're actually waiting for was, okay, let's see what price will do at this level. Now price is giving us what we need to see. Price has given us this break of this structure here. We now have a break of this structure here. Yeah, and then these are protected eye, our PRDH, okay. Now we move to the 1 hour chart, and on our 1 hour chart you can see what we have. We have some internal market structure shifts right here. We saw this last week, but we knew this trade is kind of a very risky trade, because if we were to look out for a chart here, it's going to be a very risky trade. And the kind of candlestick that happens right here wasn't giving us a strong reason to sell. Unlike if we had something like a shooting star before coming down, that would be nice. So this was just like a rounded top. So a rounded top, just like what we had right here, a rounded top. So a rounded top right here is kind of very too weak pattern for us to short. So the reason we ignore this short right here. So let's see if price can still give us another opportunity whereby price still push all the way down, up rather. Use this as our maybe like a type of algo structure or structural liquidity structure like that. Take it out, or even go up, take it out, and do a mark to the downside. So that is what we have on USD Canada. So it's all about patience. So let's check USD JPY. USD JPY tapped into this FVG, IFVG, then went all the way down. I think we placed this setup right here. It actually worked out, but I didn't take it. So price is still just gravitating between this level and this level. You can see that. So the next potential support at 157. So it's possible price may still give a push back, because there are some imbalances along the way here. So let's check out USD Swiss as well. USD Swiss on the day chart, a downtrend. Okay, downtrend. Okay, price used this swing for a short. The trend still continue all the way down. Let's check the monthly chart. Okay. Need to be conscious of this level 0.78172. Let's go to the 4 hour chart. Do we have significant level here? No. Although we have our first structural shift right here, price navigate all the way up. These are protected low. Our protected low, our internal market structure shift. Just go to the day chart. This is a kind of very complex setup right here. This is our main 4 hour lower high. Let's zoom out. Downtrend. Price is yet unable to take out this structure. So it is better for price to come all the way down to these zones. Yeah, for possible entry models. That is on USD Swiss. So there are better currency pairs better than USD Swiss, so you can divide your attention to other currency pairs. Let's check out this asset here. Weekly chart. A level here, rejected price. You can see how it's held price. Day chart. Low high taken out. Internal market structure chip taken out. Protected low. Our Fibonacci from here to the top. Demand around these zones. Let's use our Fibo from our protected low to our internal market structure shift. Yeah, better we expect demands around these zones. So that is it. Thank you guys. That'll be all for today. That would be all for today. So any trading setups we can see, we always update it in our trading signals community. So check the link in our bio to join our trading signals community. Right, here you do switch, tap into our FVG here. (15-minute) chart. We are waiting for our entry model. It's possible we might have a trade on the AUD switch, but we are still waiting for our entry model before we start looking out for shorts. Can see we can't just use this to just make our entry. We can't see a decisive entry model here, so we are still waiting. We still want price to what? Around these zones. So remember, we shorted this currency pairs like that was in March. We made significant money before Mr. Donald Trump just uttered the statement, and the market just cut our trailing profit out. So yeah, we'll see you. Canada switch. Don't forget what we had at this low. Canada switch. All right. So I'll see you in the next one. Manage your risk. Manage your risk. Manage your risk. All right. Take care.